English words for international students from 2322 to 2378. Creative. Good at thinking of new ideas or using imagination to create a new and unusual things. Constantly. Happening a lot or all the time. Probability. How likely it is that something will happen. Vegetable. A plant that you eat, for example potatoes, onions, beans, etc. Alcohol. Drinks such as wine and beer that can make you drunk. Remarkable. Very unusual or noticeable in a way that you admire. Throat. The tube inside the neck that leads to the stomach and lungs. Dependent. Decided or controlled by something else. Steel. A strong, hard metal made of iron and carbon. Sustain. To keep providing what is needed. Ally. Someone who supports you, especially when other people are against you. A country that has agreed to help another country, especially in a war. Ethnic. Connected with people who share a cultural tradition. Pleasant. Causing a feeling of happiness or pleasure. Exceed. To be greater in number than something. Historian. Someone who studies or writes about history. Sugar. A sweet substance, usually in the form of white or brown crystals or white powder that comes from plants and is used to make food sweeter. Brilliant. Very good. Extremely clever. Full of light or color. Involvement. Then someone or something is involved in an activity or event. Philosophy. A study of ideas about the fundamental nature of life. Hypothesis. An idea that leads to further study or discussion. Bread. A baked food made from a mixture of flour and water. Drug. To pull someone or something that is heavy or difficult to move. Edit. To make changes so that something can be used. Inner. On the inside or near the middle of something. Statistic. A number that represents a piece of information. Liability. Then you are legally responsible for something, a debt, a disadvantage. Anticipate. To expect or look ahead to something positively. League. A group of teams which compete against each other in sport. Seal. An animal with smooth furniture that eats fish and lives near the sea. Grab. To take hold of something or someone suddenly. Flood. A large amount of water covering an area of land that is usually dry. Compensation. Money that you pay to someone because you are responsible for injuring them or damaging something. Money paid for work. Segment. One of the parts that something can be divided into. Compound. Combining two or more parts to form something new. Occasionally. Not happening. Often. Spin. To turn or cause someone or something to turn around repeatedly. Desert. An area of very dry land which is usually covered with sand and is very hot. Operator. A person who uses and controls something such as machine, device or business. Someone who operates something. Tower. A tall, narrow building or structure that may stand apart from or being attached to another building or structure. Newly. Recently. Paragraph. A section of writing which usually deals with one subject. Advocate. To push for something positive. Bath. The act of washing the body, usually by sitting or lying in a container filled with water. Blind. Unable to see. Confident. Having a feeling or belief that you can do something well or succeed at something, having confidence. Overcome. To defeat someone or something. Briefly. Lasting only for a short time. Pure. Not mixed with anything else. Regularly. Often at the same time, each day, week, month, etc. Counsel. A lawyer. Advice. Disturb. To stop someone from working, sleeping, etc. Burden. Something difficult or unpleasant that you have to deal with or worry about. Silent. Not speaking or making noise. Behave. To act in an acceptable way. To act properly. Tap. To hit someone or something lightly, especially with a small sound. Alarm. A loud voice which warns you of danger or is used to wake you. Fantastic. Very good. English words for international students from 2379 to 2432. Valley. An area of low land between hills or mountains. Preference. A feeling of liking or wanting one or thing more than another person or thing. Discovery. The act of finding or learning something for the first time. Dare. To have enough courage or confidence to do something. Skirt. A piece of clothing worn by women and girls that hangs from the waist down. Easterly. Located toward the east. Poverty. The state of being poor. Registration. When a name or information is recorded on an official list. Cigarette. A thin tube of paper filled with tobacco that people smoke. Criticize, to make negative comments about something or someone. Bowl, a round container which has tall, curving sides and which is used for preparing or serving foods or liquids. Cousin, a child of your uncle or aunt. Offense, a criminal act, something that causes a person to be hurt, angry, or upset. Clause, a part of sentence that has its own subject. Impress, to make someone admire or respect you. Jury, a group of people in a court of law who decide if someone is guilty or not. Venture, a new activity that may not be successful. Virus, an infectious organism, too small to be seen, that causes disease, or an illness that is causes a harmful computer program. Anxiety, a fear or nervousness about what might happen. Illegal, not allowed by law. Wrap, to cover something by winding or folding, a piece of material around it. Harm, physical or mental damage or injury, something that causes someone or something to be hurt, broken, made less valuable or successful, etc. Survival, when someone or something continues to live or exist, especially after difficult or dangerous situation. Teenager, someone who is between 13 and 19 years old. Specialize, to spend most of your time studying one particular subject or doing one type of business. Moderate, average in size or amount, neither too much, not too little. Limitation, when something is controlled so that it is less than a particular amount or number. Modify, to make minor change to something. Accurate, there is no mistake or error. Angle, the difference between the direction of two lines or surfaces that come together, the space or shape formed when two lines or surfaces meet each other. Comprehensive, including most or all things. Rival, a person or thing which tries to defeat or be more successful than another. Adequate, enough for someone's needs. Universal, done or experienced by everyone. Tourism, the business of providing services for tourists, including organizing their travel, hotels, entertainment, etc. Chest, the front part of the body between the neck and the stomach. Expenditure, when you use energy, time or money. Margin, the edge or border of a page on above below. Recovery, when a system or situation or person returns to the way it was before something bad happened. Mount, to increase in amount or level. Mate, a friend and animal's sexual partner. Admire, to feel a respect or approval for someone or something. Gesture, a movement you make with your hand, arm or head to express what you are thinking or feeling. Musician, a person who writes, sings or plays music. Rapid, happening in a short amount of time. Stair, a series of steps which go from one level or floor to another. Charm, a quality which causes someone or something to be very likable, an attractive quality. Slave, someone who is legally owned by another person and is forced to work for that person without pay. Scare, to frighten a person or animal. Amendment, a change in the words of a document or the process of doing things. Incentive, something that encourages a person to work hard. Format, the form, design or arrangement of something. Consultant, someone who advises people about a particular subject. Deficit, the amount by which the money which you spend is more than the money which you receive. English words for international students from 2433 to 2469. Mortgage, money which you borrow to buy a home. Abstract, relating to something that doesn't exist. Overseas, in or to a foreign country which is across a sea. Literary, of or relating to literature. Experimental, relating to tests, especially scientific ones. Architecture, the design and style of buildings, the profession of designing buildings. Possess, to have or own something. Soil, sand, snow, etc. in order to create a hole. Opponent, someone who you compete against in a game or competition. Someone who disagrees with an idea or action. Evolution, the way in which living things gradually change and develop over millions of years. A gradual process of change and development. Versus, use it to say that one team or person is competing against another. Use it to compare two things or ideas. Lend, to give something to someone or to be used for a period of time and then return it. Custom, an action or way of behaving which is usual and traditional among the people in a particular group or place. keen, very interested or enthusiastic, very good or well developed. Translate, to change words from one language to another language. Cough, the force air through your throat with a short, loud noise, often because you are sick. Distinct, recognizable, different in nature from something else. Wrong, having a surface which is not even. Surgery, then a doctor cuts your body open and repairs or removes something. Buyer, someone who buys, purchases something. Burst, to break open or into pieces in a sudden and violent way. Pen, a writing instrument which uses ink. Quietly, making little or no noise. Laboratory, a room used for scientific work. Tube, a long hollow object which is used especially to control the flow of a liquid or gas. Capability, the ability or power to do something. Province, one of the large areas which some countries are divided into because of the type of government they have. Twin, one of two children who are born to the same mother at the same time. Adept, to change something to fit a new purpose. Chicken, a bird which is raised by people for its eggs and meat. Scholar, someone who has studied a subject and knows a lot about it. Mess, someone or something which is a mess or is in a mess, is dirty or untidy. A confused or difficult situation. Precisely, exactly. Therapy, the work of treating mental or physical illness without using an operation. Frequent, happening often. Wealthy, to have a lot of money, rich. Journal, a book for recording personal experience and thoughts. English words for international students from 2417 to 2500. Composition, the way in which something is put together or arranged. Mad, very angry. Tissue, the material which animals and plants are made of. A soft piece of paper which you use for cleaning your nose. Flash, a sudden bright light. Stroke, a serious illness caused when blood vessel in your brain suddenly breaks or is blocked. Champion, a person, animal or team that wins a competition. Sand, a very tiny, loose pieces of rock that covers beaches, deserts, etc. Promotion, then someone is given a more important job in the same organization. An advertising campaign or sale. Charity, An official organization that gives money, food, or help to people who need it. Money, food, or other help. Bury, to put into the ground and cover with earth. Tendency, something that someone often does or something that often happens. Barrier, something that prevents people from doing what they want to do. Cream, a very thick liquid or soft substance which is rubbed into the skin to make it softer or is used as a medicine for the skin. Read, no longer have or be affected or bothered by someone or something which is unwanted or annoying. Brush, a tool with many stiff hairs, fibers, etc., which use it for cleaning, smoothing, or painting something. Dialogue, a shared conversation, especially written. Publisher, a company or person who prepares and prints books, newspapers, magazines, etc. Consequently, as a result. Democratic, following or supporting the political system of democracy, where everyone has equal rights and can help to make decisions. Abortion, a medical operation to end a pregnancy when a baby is still too small to live. Govern, to officially control and lead, conduct the policy, make decisions. Exact, fully and completely correct or accurate. Hurry, to move, act, or go quickly. Whilst, during the same time, use it to compare two different facts or situations. Privilege, an advantage that only one person or group has, usually because of their position or because they are rich. Creature, an animal of any type. Dismiss, to send someone away, to cause or allow someone to leave. Cap, a small, soft head that often has a hard, curved part called a visor that extends out over your eyes. Participation, to be involved with other people in an activity. Visible, can see, easily seen or understood. Narrative, a story or description of a series of events.